Yay! Hi!
This is exciting.
I know, we're in kind of at the end of week 2 here. We're in the middle, really. It's Wednesday.
It's hump day.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Iman.
We're the interns here at HQ. And for those who are asking who Blobby is, this is Blobby. He did eat today. He went with us to the farmer's market yesterday and got a lot of good strawberries and peaches and all of that good stuff. Do you want to review what word sprints are and what our virtual write-ins are?
Okay, so virtual write-in is where we all get together behind our computers and we write together at the same time. So normally there's someone like us that's hosting this and giving you word sprints, which are basically prompts.
Timed prompts.
Yeah.
So we can all write together. They're always optional. Usually it's just, a timed set amount of time. Redundant there. That we get together and write as much as we can and we give you prompts along the way. So yesterday we didn't get to one of the word sprints, which was take your least likable character and have them describe the most popular loved character in your book from their perspective. If you did that, go ahead and write your favorite line in the chat. Also, we gave you an assignment to take your favorite animal and write a story from its point of view. If you did that, especially from Blobby or NaNoBird, please write it in the chat. And we do have NaNoBird representatives here today.
I hope NaNoBird comes today. It's kind of gloomy outside here.
It is. It's really cold too. So while we wait for everyone to come in, we're going to start with the warm-up prompts. So the prompt for like 2 or 3 minutes. So let's get into our canoes because camp. And what is something significant that your character always has with them? Like a necklace or keychain or something like that. Anything you want. And we're going to give you 3 minutes and we're going to start now. We have about a minute left, so if you want to start submitting what your character brings with them, then please do so in the chat. I already see some of you guys are. And Blobby's our timekeeper today. And that is time. Finish up what you are writing right now. So we have a few really good ones. So we're going to read some out before moving on to our topic of the day. So I have from Bright Neon Brilliantly. Nice to see you again. My character has a blue thimble. It was given to her by a boy who fell through a hole in the sky on the moors behind her house. She keeps it as a reminder of the one magical thing that happened to her.
Okay, I have one from Abby Grace. My character always has a locket with a picture of his own twin sister with him.
Then one from Melanie Hannon. Nice to see you again. Something really important to Lizzie is her leather bracelet. It belonged to her now deceased grandmother, Natalia? Sorry if I butchered that. She kept it because it was one of the few material things that passed through her family.
And then I guess I'll read one more. So from Kate Yancey, my character always has two things, a pair of daggers from her uncle and a crystal pendant from her druid mom. Whoa. That is cool.
All right. With that, I think we're going to move into our first topic.
So the main topic of
first topic.
Today's virtual writing is plot. So your plot is like the blueprint to your story. It's important to have some idea of where you're going, so you're not just, writing aimlessly. So you should know where your characters are going to go, what they're doing, how they'll achieve their goal, and of course the final result. So you don't necessarily have to have every little thing written down, but when you're when you have the pen in your hand or you're right behind the keyboard, it's nice to have some concept of what's happening. And it also helps to keep you motivated too.
That is true. I also decided that I wanted to read you guys a long quote, so bear with me. It's from George R.R. Martin. I think there are two types of writers, the architects and the gardeners. The architects plan everything ahead of time, like an architect building a house. They know how many rooms are going to be in the house, what kind of roof they're going to have, where the wires are going to run, what kind of plumbing there's going to be. They have the whole thing designed and blueprinted out before they even nail the first board up. The gardeners dig a hole, drop in a seed, and water it. They kind of know what seed it is. They know if they planted a fantasy seed or a mystery seed or whatever. But as the plant comes up and they water it, they don't know how many branches it's going to have, and they find out as it grows. I'm much more a gardener than an architect.
He's definitely a gardener. So this goes with our prompt. So more often than not, characters usually have a quest or goal in mind in their story. So why are they going on this quest or goal? What is motivating them? Are there other factors contributing to their quest? Did they take this goal upon themselves, or was it handed to them? Sometimes they may not even know what the quest or goal is in the beginning of the story. So the prompt is, what is on your character's bucket list? You can write a list or focus on one thing they want to do before they die. Perhaps these will be things that can help move your story along. So when we call time, make sure to send us in the chat one thing from your character's bucket list, and we'll give a 1-minute warning.
And so we're going to write for 5 minutes. Remember, these prompts are completely optional. If you want to share your word count instead after this word sprint, then please do. And we're going to start time now. NaNoWriMo is outside the window right now.
Everyone's getting distracted by NaNoWriMo.
Yeah, guys, keep writing. Lobby did a bad job at timekeeping. We have like 35 seconds left.
He ate too much. He's like in a food coma now.
Yeah, it's way too many strawberries today. All right, time is up. If you want to finish your sentence or where you are at, share our word counts, do that good stuff. Now is the time to do it.
Do you have anything on your own bucket list?
My own bucket list? I don't have anything on. I'd like to go skydiving. I'm too afraid though. Like heights are not my thing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess mine would be to learn how to swim. I don't know how to swim.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, it's too cold out today. Otherwise, we could.
Okay.
So we have Kat Jones said the bucket list. Kate wants to be a world famous painter.
Okay. Let's see. S.C. Dean says bucket list. Get rid of the disease that's ravaging their friend's family.
Top and M said my entire story is about my female main character fulfilling her dead best friend's wishes. Bucket list with a picture of him in her pocket. That's really cool.
Emma Smith says to find out what his father was doing for a living. It's cooler than it sounds, I promise.
It looks like we have a couple under 100 word clubs. Tim has a club now for people that have under 100 words in their word count. So we have a couple of those.
That's not bad at all.
Paige Townsend is at 105. So someone mentioned yesterday that we have a success club, which is over 100 words. So
okay.
I think that name could be up for debate, though.
We'll have to think of something.
Yeah. So that's going to lead us into word sprint number 2. At this point, you guys are already writing, or maybe you have a guideline for how you're going to continue on through camp and where your story is going to go. But have you ever worried if your plot's moving too fast or too slow? But that also can do with your plot structure. There's the basic plot structure. with starting off with the exposition, the with some rising tension or action, not a lot, but with a big reveal or climactic scene, and then the either it ends there or there is consequences or the falling action. But you don't have to follow the basic plot structure either. There are books like The Hunger Games that has multiple like little minor climactic scenes that leads to the bigger one, or there's other ones like in Holes that has two basic plot structures that overlap in one, two separate stories being told at the same time but kind of in the same setting. There's endless possibilities.
Awesome. Okay. So for this prompt, as writers, we usually have a basic storyline for our main character, like the backstory, what's going to happen to them, and the end result. But what about your secondary characters? So try to create a subplot for your secondary characters and write it down. Maybe you could incorporate it into your story. And if that prompt doesn't work for you, we have an optional prompt. So do you have a plot bunny that refuses to go away? A plot bunny is usually like just a random idea that doesn't necessarily have to do with your story's main plot, but you really want to get it down. So now's the time you could write that down, and that can also be incorporated into your story.
Right, so this one we're going to give you 7 minutes, and Blobby's going to be a better word count, or not word count, but a timekeeper. And we're going to start now.
So a subplot is just not the main plot of your story. Like there's plot A and there's plot B. So plot A would be the whole main thing of your story, the whole story. I can't talk. Plot B might be something else that's smaller going on within the overarching plot. I hope that makes sense.
Like if your character's on an adventure to I don't know, let's use the Wizard of Oz as an example. Like they are trying to find the great and powerful Oz, but what ends up happening is they get sidetracked, so that would be a subplot. Kristen, do you, when I have writer's block, like I do right now, I'm just writing plot all over and over and over and over and hoping something will come up. We have about 1 minute left. If you want to start giving us your favorite line of your plot bunny or subplot for your minor character, then please go ahead and put that in the chat. And apparently we are now oh my goodness, calling the over 100 word club the many words club. I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
So you can also share your word count below as well. All right, so time is up. Finish up the sentence you're on. And I have a couple we can read, but what's your least likable characters?
I don't know. I like my main characters usually. Even if they're not totally likable people, because they're like whole characters, I think there's still something usually inherently good about them, personally. I don't have a specific one right now.
That is totally fine. So I have Laura Rose said, Carl was once high within the good elementals, but he was left behind by his friends, so he turned to the dark side. They had cookies, and is now a second commander. I would turn to the dark side too. It depends on what kind of cookies, though.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
What's your favorite cookie?
I don't know. My grandmother used to make these lemon cookies, and like she was like so secretive about this recipe, and it's like a box of lemon cake mix. Trying not to let that distract us, but we might end up closing the window here.
Yeah. I like chocolate chip cookies and ginger snaps now. I'm turning into my mom also. Anyway.
We have a lot of people in the many word clubs.
Yes.
I'll
share one from Alex Owen. Subplot. Maggie realizes that her bird Amelia is dying and she has to bury her. It is an emotional part of the story because Amelia was a gift from her mother who passed away when she was 16.
A pile of books has 33 has 125 words. Then Marjorie Lang said, my current subplot revolves around two secondary characters. Princess Catania, sorry if I butchered that, the younger sister of one of my main characters who has been locked in a tower since she was 4.
Well, and I'll share one last one from Julia Peterson, who says they have a plot bunny that I've had a story written from the perspective of a schizophrenic child's delusion on the back burner for a while, and it will be on the back burner until they can get more research done.
You should totally do all the research for that and then let us know. I want to read that.
Yeah, I want to read that too.
I have like the story going on with one of my coworkers that's like over the top. Like there needs to be so much research for it.
Yeah, seriously.
Intense.
Okay, so now it's time for the coffee break, and we don't have coffee mugs or coffee.
Yeah, so our coffee breaks are kind of like just our breaks. You guys can like go to the bathroom or get your own coffee, bring us coffee. But we have a game for you today during our coffee break. So it's called Title Smash Up. So you're going to take 2 parts of 2 titles, or take parts of 2 titles from your favorite novels and combine them into a new title. Then share the new titles with us, and if you have some time, then write a short plot summary about it.
So we tried this game ourselves.
We did. We tried it this time. So we have some examples. So The Great Fly Lord, which is The Great Gatsby and Lord of the Flies.
And then Sense and Punishment, which is Sense and Sensibility and Crime and Punishment.
Then 1908 Farm, which is 1984 in Animal Farm.
And we have The Fault in Our Divergent, The Fault in Our Stars and Divergent. And you can go to the bathroom and like have coffee and stuff. You don't have to stay here.
Yeah, we'll be doing this for about 7 minutes. And then, so while we're waiting for everyone to put it in the comments, what's your favorite summer camp activity? Did you ever go to summer camp?
Yeah, actually from 3rd to freshman year, I've gone to summer camp. And I'm going this year again, actually, because for all ages. What was my favorite?
I just remember like Capture the Flag.
We would have campfires at night, so those are fun because everyone had fun skits and stuff. But now we can't have campfires because there's a drought in California, so you can't burn anything anymore.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
But campfires, I mean,
should we set the timer?
no.
Oh, okay. Or we're just being open.
Yeah, so we have some good ones coming here. If you guys can also like put what titles you're mashing up so we can read those out too, that would be great. I don't know. We played like a lot of like Keep the Bacon. We did, like I said, Capture the Flag. We made pottery at one summer camp I went to. I never went to like an overnight camp, but in high school I was a counselor for an overnight camp during like November in the redwoods on the coast, and it was freezing. And we did skits and stuff like that.
Nice. I think we did summer camp in 6th grade. I mean, science camp, sorry, not summer camp. Science camp was in November. But one of the duties we had to do was flag duty. So we had to like raise the flag every morning. It's kind of a big deal. And then one time we accidentally got it dirty, so we had to burn that flag. Because that's the only way you can like properly dispose of a flag. Anyway, should we start sharing some?
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Okay.
Michaela Machoa, sorry if I butchered your name. That's Kill Our Stars, which is The Fault in Our Stars, and To Kill a Mockingbird. I like that.
Nice. Kat Jones says Looking for Alaska plus Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban becomes Looking for the Prisoner of Azkaban. Ooh, I want to read that one.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly because the shirt, I'm obsessed with Harry Potter.
Then, The Bell of Death by, sorry, I can't pronounce yours, Kira Yuta. I butchered that. Which is The Bellmaker and Innocent in Death.
Rebecca Easton says The Winter Girls in the Rye was Winter Girls. Oh, sorry, I totally read it wrong. It's called The Winter Girls in the Rye, and that's from Winter Girls and The Catcher in the Rye.
Anna Engel said The Lightning Queen, which is The Lightning Thief and The Red Queen.
Becky B says Splintered Paper, which is Splintered and Paper Towns.
To Kill a Hobbit, which was from Silhil D. Zord, which I'm guessing is To Kill a Mockingbird in The Hobbit.
No, they just want to kill a hobbit.
They just want to kill a hobbit.
That's so sad. They're such nice people. I mean, human creatures.
Ashley Thompson said The Great and Terrible Sorrows of Ava Lavender, which is a Great and Terrible Beauty meets The Strange and the Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender.
Ooh. Someone wrote a little summary for theirs. So this is from Becky Beat again. Pride and Divergent. Summary. Lady Beatrice was simply appalled at the lack of chocolate cake in Tobias's castle, but the sight of dancing and enjoyment was rather pleasing to the eye.
That sounds great.
I want chocolate cake, man.
Chocolate cake, lemon cookies.
I know. We should start talking about food. Let's see. Should we share a couple more?
We'll share a couple more, and then we'll end our coffee break. You guys can share your favorite camp games too. It wasn't just for us. I want to know what you guys played.
Oh, and thanks for the compliments on the shirt, guys. I appreciate it. I'm doing a running theme here with Harry Potter. And the noises outside our window are really real. Like, if I could move the camera and show you our window, there's a lot happening.
There is. Not so much now. But
oh, and I wanted to share, I saw earlier, Amanda Weimar says they have a character named Drabonin, It's NaNoBird in reverse. I hope I pronounced that right.
I really liked that.
That's
I saw
so
that too.
cool.
I just saw a clockwork orange in the Fault in Our Stars. Where did it go?
Let's see.
Oh, it's from Lexi Fisher. And I still can't find it. It's lost in the chat.
Okay, I found one from My Martian Romance 97. They said The Order of the Ring. It's a Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter crossover. And I never knew I wanted that until right now.
So someone, Rebecca Easton, is Gaga the Gaga Ball, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and it is deadly. Gaga Ball was like this giant sand pit, and it was just violence.
Oh,
like so
wow.
many bruises.
Ooh, Pamela Berry says, I'm wearing my Hogwarts PJs. That totally counts as theme clothing. I approve. Now I want Hogwarts PJs.
Yes.
Should we share one more each?
We'll share one more each.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, thank you, Lexi Fisher. It's The Fault in Our Clockwork Stars. I liked that a lot.
And Hannah Lunsford said Angels and Experiments, which is Angels and Demons and the Angel Experiment.
Right, so with that, we are done. You guys can share some in the comments too. That would be awesome. Not just the live chat, but the actual comments, because the live chat disappears after we end.
Yeah.
So for those that are tuning in later, that would be cool to see.
Okay, shall we get back to business?
Yeah, so we're going to do another word sprint. Maybe let's make it for about 7 minutes. But it's we had a suggestion in one of our comments from Georgia B. I don't know if Georgia B is here today. They asked, can you do a plot twist one? Because my story has no plot twist, and I was wondering if you could help me out a little with that. So generally in a story, you have a narrator, obviously. I hope you have a narrator. And, it doesn't matter what point of view you're using, first, second, third. There's a narrator. They reveal your plot, your setting, your characters, your dialogue, everything like that. And you generally believe your narrator, but what if you don't? What if they're not actually telling the truth?
Dun dun dun. So our prompt is, in a key plot point of your story, have the narrator reveal that they are not so trustworthy after all. Perhaps they've been feeding the character misinformation or omitting important revealing details. So write a paragraph or however much you can write, starting with the unreliable narrator revealing themselves and how it affects the plot of the story. And as always, these are optional, so if you don't like this one, you can just write whatever you want.
And then share your word count with us later.
And you have 7 minutes, and we'll let you know when there's a minute left in time.
So we're going to start now.
It could work in whatever POV you're writing in, whether it's first person or third person. I think third person could work for unreliable narrator.
I think so too.
Yeah. Oh no, dude.
We have about 1 more minute left, so if you want to share your favorite sentence in the live chat, please do. All right, that is time. So finish up your sentences and share them. We'll read a couple out.
Okay.
Have you ever had like a narrator in your writing accidentally turn unreliable?
Not yet. But I've definitely kept things until the very end. So there's like a slow reveal.
Yeah, I've had someone that was I thought was totally reliable. And then all of a sudden they were telling me things. They were telling my readers things that weren't like planned and just happened, and it was a mess.
So let's read a few. I'll read one.
Mm-hmm.
So Catherine Jackson said, well, this isn't exactly a scene, but they said, I think my narrator just decided major character is going to die at the end. At least I don't have to make the decision.
Kind of makes it easier.
Yeah.
Haley T90, nice to see you again, wrote 116 words, and she said, my character admits that she accused the wrong person of attacking her.
Okay. Michelle, I think it's Michelle Sphere, says, my story has about half a dozen different narrators, so this won't work unless they all turn out to be liars. I think that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, they're all lying?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or maybe make one being truthful.
But you can't tell because everybody's lying, almost.
And then Amanda Weimar said, I don't have a plan for unreliable narrator until one of my sequels. King Charles is going to start losing his insanity, making crazy decisions, to the point in which he eventually commits suicide. That's intense.
And then Christian D says, you got to believe in yourself, Lil, Max told me. It's not that, I replied, and something in my tone made him look up. I'm not the real hero. I killed her.
This is not really it, but Eve Gray just said, I just accidentally started shipping two of my characters. That happens a lot. Like a lot. That can make for unreliable. You can like be hating them the entire time. And, Essie Dean got 577 words. That's awesome.
Awesome. Some of you got in the hundreds or 200s.
So many words club.
Yes. And even if you can think of anything, that's fine. I mean,
yeah, we still have the 100 word and under club.
Yeah. Also, I saw earlier, Krista Haas said that they went to an archaeological camp.
That sounds so
that
cool.
Sounds so cool. I want to go. Okay. Anyway, so we should get back to our last word sprint.
Yeah, let's get back to our last word sprint. We're gonna give you guys about 5 minutes. It's a curveball. If something in your plot doesn't make sense, or it feels out of place compared to the rest of the events in your story, but it's an idea you really want to wedge in your story, then, we're going to fix it. So that, happens all the time.
Yeah, so
I have so many scenes that I want in my stories. Or, the main story I'm working on right now, and there's, no way. So I'm going to fit it in. Before our prompt is write a dream sequence where anything goes. So anything can happen. Nothing is impossible. If this is how that event has to happen in your story, this is your way to make it happen. So we're going to give you 5 minutes. We're going to start now.
And as always, if that prompt doesn't work for you, just keep writing what you're doing.
And share your word counts with us.
You have 5 minutes, but we're about like at the 2.5-minute mark.
We're at about 1 minute and 10 seconds left. You guys want to share your favorite sentence? Please do so in the live chat. I just added NaNoBird to my story.
Awesome.
All right, that is time. Finish up whatever sentence you're on, and we'll share some of your guys's if you guys put them in the chat. I'm seeing some good ones.
Okay, I have one, so
Okay.
I'll share. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Dana Shkokani says, I jump out of bed to hug Julia and Caleb. Suddenly they're both next to each other, but when I hug them, they vanish. It was a dream after all.
Sorry if I butchered your name, but X Moretti. She was balancing 5 donuts on each arm all the hour while she was sitting on a glass drum filled with orange juice, and there were koi swimming in it. It was the most bizarre thing he has ever seen. That sounds pretty bizarre.
That does. Let's see.
So what color are those koi then? I know a lot are orange, but does that mean they just look like bits of koi?
Let's see. I have one from Kristen D. My dream was unusually pleasant. A small chirping blue bird wearing a blue Viking hat with white horns landed on my hand. I am NaNoBird, it whispered in a low, sweet voice. Now 77 words.
Ashley Thompson has 35 words, so the Under 100 Club, which is totally good. I had like 10. This is not part of the prompt, but Angel of Music 997 said, "I still don't have a name for one of my minor characters, so he's still being called Hey Bale Boy over 1,000 words after being introduced. I have like 3 characters like that. I cannot find the perfect name for them at all."
I hate that. Okay, I'll share one last one. From Suha Sheikh, I think that's how you say it. You got 144 words, which is awesome. And they wrote, her fingers feel some sort of sticky substance. It's thick, drying on her fingertips. And Renee is about to make an inappropriate joke or something, except she just realized that it's red.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll share one more too. So Krista Haas said, "Waking up screaming made Damien feel like a child, especially as Adelaide leaned over him to comfort him. Don't you have nightmares?" he asked hoarsely. She looked grim. "All the time." That was A big buildup. So that is it for our word sprints today.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed them. Thank you for joining us on
Yes,
our
thank you.
third
Third, yeah.
virtual writing.
I don't even know anymore.
So please leave any suggestions for virtual write-ins or word sprints in the comments below the video, because the chat will not save and we will not see them.
And also, we have a couple little announcements. So NaNoWriMo is having their Everyday Inspiration Summer Drive, and it's about celebrating how we inspire each other. So NaNoWriMo's goal is to raise $30,000 by July 17th, so they can continue to foster more year-round inspiration. And if you donate, you get cool notebooks
And
pins and pep talks from writers like Lemony Snicket and stuff. And so just donate whatever you can, so we can keep doing this forever.
So our virtual write-in schedule is going to start changing as of next week. So it will be on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we're switching the times of the days.
Should we give them our coupon code?
Yeah, we have a present.
Yeah.
So we have a coupon code for you guys. It expires on Monday, July 13th. It's 10% off the store.
All those merchandise you can get, like mugs and shirts and notebooks and all those other cool stuff.
So 10% off your purchase. The code is NanoBird with a dash. So NANO dash bird, all caps. So that's for you guys. Next week we will be doing setting and dialogue for our virtual write-ins.
That's gonna be fun, and we have a little exercise for you guys to work on in the meantime, because I know you'll totally miss us, you know. So this is inspired by that short story most commonly attributed to Ernest Hemingway, For Sale, Baby Shoes Never Worn. So the challenge is to write a story in 6 to 10 words. Or if it makes it easier, you can have your character telling a story to someone else in 6 to 10 words.
Yeah, so I mean, do it however you want, whether the character's telling the story to someone else or writing it down or something like that. We're going to try to get Blobby on Twitter with us.
I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure this out.
We'll figure it out.
Might take Blobby on a trip.
It's quite possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it till next Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Bye.
All right, bye guys. It's taking a long time.